It's on. It is absolutely freaking on. I need you guys to watch this whole video because what you just witnessed with the assassination of Charlie Kirk was not the death of a movement. It was literally the final sacrifice of a legend who created something that threatened the left so much they had to kill him. It will now multiply like a hydra on steroids. Guys, the stuff that I'm about to show you, this is an exact replica of the civil rights movement in 1968. Charlie Kirk has now become immortal. They galvanized this. They have created a legend, a myth, and a martyr, and they don't even know what's coming their way because they are about to be relegated to the dustbin of history, exactly like we've been talking about. This is the time to move forward because the left just decided that they're going to start killing us rather than winning on the battlefield of ideas. They have lost. Let's get into this, people. Like I said, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Let's do it. This is a big, important video. All right. All the stuff on X, I am very emotional. To be honest, I am flooding the best I can on X. Just jump over there at Braden LOA. Let's get to the point. Yesterday, Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And I want to say something very, very important to everyone on the right, because typically my audience is aligned to the conservative movement, to the Second Amendment space. This is not the end of America. This is not the end of the dream. It's not the end of conservatism. This is the full-on admission that we have won and relegated their entire ideology on the left to the dustbin of history. They are not only losing the cultural battle, they're not only losing the ideological battle, they're not only losing congressional, executive, and legislative, and judicial. They have now lost all cultural buy-in because they are resorting to extreme assassinations. Now, I will say in my little caveat here that I don't know exactly who did this, but I'm willing to bet pretty sure and pretty strong that it wasn't a right-wing activist. Pretty confident on that one. Now, more details will come out, and we will cover all of it right here, and there will be a time for the reckoning of anger in the political sense on this content, because we've got tons of stuff lined up. Katie is going ham on this. But this man just became immortal. They just memorialized him, and they just made him an absolute legend. His final sacrifice just watered the tree of liberty, unlike anything that we could do ourselves, and they have no one to thank but themselves on the freaking left. All right, listen to this. This one's going to get you angry. There's a trigger warning on this one. I'm going to show you this woman who thinks that she is onto something that Charlie Kirk, you know what? I'm going to let her say it, and then I'm going to show you some other things that even the far left progressives know they just lost, and Charlie Kirk just defeated them in his death. Let's get it.
The best part of this whole goddamn thing is that he is not martyr material, so his death will mean nothing. It will activate no one. It will impact few. It's just great.
Behold psychopathy. It will activate no one. He won't be a martyr. Really. You people just made 1 million Charlie Kirks. You took one man and you created 1 million out of him. We are like the Hydra on steroids at this moment, and we will be going forward. This man just became equivalent to this sacred cow right here on the left. The correlations to the civil rights movement when Martin Luther King was killed in 1968 to the conservative MAGA movement in 2025 are hard to ignore. No, we're not going to respond in violence. We are literally just going to pile on and pile on and pile on until you have no relevance whatsoever on the left. Because this is absolutely a group of people that ties together and makes their bed with very violent individuals. We've seen it in multiple examples. I'll go into that more a little bit later. When Martin Luther King was shot and he was killed, the civil rights movement became immortal. It became a part of the fabric. When Charlie Kirk was just assassinated, it became part of the fabric. This is a direct correlation and something that we all need to acknowledge. This similarity is powerful. And it's not just me that's saying this. The left knows. The far left progressives know. Let me get you into another example here. This is a far left progressive, and I posted this on my X profile. I am still holding reserving all assumptions until more facts come to light. But it seems the progressives have an inkling of what's in the back of all of our minds, because all of us, it's in the back of our minds, and more data is coming out. But let me show you a 1 minute and 22-second clip of Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks, far left progressive, because he knows exactly what this just did. It just completely invalidated all of the left. Watch this.
And violence is surrender. It's saying that you can't win in the battlefield of ideas. What a terrible, terrible message to send. And that you have to be barbaric, and you have to be violent, and you have to be a savage, and you have to just shut that person down physically because you can't defeat him with your ideas. What a cowardly form of surrender. What a disgusting thing to do. How deeply immoral. This is a terrible, terrible day. Because, so not only do I know Charlie, and you could say, hey, he said bad things in the past. Who cares? That's not the point today, okay? It doesn't matter what people said. You never do violence. Never. That's the exact opposite of being a progressive. It makes no sense at all. We're against violence. If you do violence, you're not one of us. You're disgusting, you're immoral, and you're deeply counterproductive. Anytime one side does violence, it makes everyone else hate them, rightfully so. So none of our side should ever do that. Plus, he's a human being. I met him and his wife behind the scenes, etc. They're human beings no matter how much we agree or disagree with anyone. This is just terrible.
He knows. And I'm going to say this. I've never met this man. I don't know Cenk. I've observed him in the political sphere. He's politically astute. I disagree with him on a lot of things, but he's politically astute. He knows. That's why he's laying the groundwork in this video of a short that he did on his YouTube channel yesterday, saying how massively bad this is for the side that does it. He starts condemning anybody that does it, and he starts condemning the actual the progressive ties, because he has an inkling. He knows. He knows what this is going to be, more than likely, 99%. And he's right in one little area, because Charlie Kirk, his assassination and his final sacrifice and his death at the hands of an assassin just immortalized an entire movement across this nation to completely and totally change the culture away from the destructive and tyrannical ideations of the left. And he knows it. He knows it because any bit of progressive gain that he had, or that they were having, or they felt they were having, is going to now be invalidated, because everyone is going to directly and indirectly or directly, psychologically, in the front of their mind or in the back of their mind, connect the far left progressive movement with extreme violence, because it's already starting to come out. You now have an opportunity to build on Charlie Kirk's sacrifice and all the work that he's done. And as I said in the earlier video, they may have killed one leader. They just made 1 million Charlie Kirks. You think that this is going to do anything but further this message on steroids? You have got another thing coming. Because I'm motivated as hell. I'm emotional as hell on it. But I also can clearly see what's about to happen in the nation. And it's about to be the start of something incredible. Guys, my thoughts and prayers go out to this family. My thoughts and prayers go out to everyone who was impacted by this in a small or a large way. But make sure that you fully understand, they just kicked the beehive, and it's not going to be a political violence response. It's going to be a political wave like you have never seen, because this is the modern day civil rights fight that just came to fruition. That's what I've got for you guys. Stay tuned. We are about to go on the warpath, and I will see you on the next one.